Hey, what's going on, Broncos fans? Cam on the back here with BCN, Broncos Country News. This video I wanted to make a little while. I got two videos coming up. This is about managing expectations for the 2020 season. This is going to be a weird football season, and with recent news coming out, who knows how this is going to go. So this is just about how we need to manage expectations for this season. Anyways, let's get right into this. This is Broncos Country News. What's going on, Mile City? Welcome back to 52. Welcome back to Broncos Country News. I'm your host and anchor, Caleb Malden, and it is time to talk about managing expectations for the 2020 season. So obviously, hopes are a little higher right now in the Bronco fan base because of how we played last year, the promise this team showed, how strong they looked. Now, some of those expectations may have been tempered a little bit with the injury of Von Miller. And, of course, there's a bunch of question marks. You know, how good can Drew Lock be? How good will this team be? Then, of course, the whole COVID thing threw the whole offseason out of whack. So I'm going to talk how we should manage expectations for this season. Because this is going to be really, really weird. Teams are, I'm going to be honest, first few weeks, it's going to be sloppy. It's going to be very sloppy play. Because teams are finally adjusting to just a no off-season. They adjust to a really weird COVID year. They're being forced to kind of just see what they got. These first three games, I'm going to be frank, are going to kind of feel like preseason games. Not really buttoned up. Going to be a little weird how they play. But that could be a good thing because it gives this team a chance to get their feet under them. Could the Broncos take time to get their feet under them? Absolutely. But bright side for us, so is everybody else. What I want to talk about specifically managing expectations for Drew Lock. Now I know we all want Lock to play very well. We all want Lock to be like this big dark horse candidate. Believe me, I do too. Because why would you not? He's your future franchise quarterback. You want your future franchise quarterback to play extremely well. But what we also need to recognize is that not only is Drew Lock very young, he's coming into a brand new system with a brand new offensive coordinator where he didn't have a lot of time to get a ton of chemistry with his team. We have made a lot of moves with some new guys brought in that could take a while for them to get used to the system. This is so this is going to be really weird for this offense. If I'm being very realistic, don't expect an MVP season out of Lock. Expect a good season. Expect an okay season. Expect him to show that he can truly be what we need going forward. But to expect a Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson, I know that those guys had amazing years. I'm going to be honest, guys, they're anomalies. Very rarely do quarterbacks in their first 2-3 years show that kind of flash and potential. Keep in mind, it took John Elway till his 4th year in the league to really show what he could do. It took him a little while. I'm not saying it'll take Drew Lock 4 years, but it could take a little while, not just for Drew Lock, but for this team. This is a very young roster. We're kind of just getting our feet under us. We're kind of just getting used to this. It could take 2-3 years for this team to truly reach its potential. And that's okay. Every team has to go through this at some point. They have to go through a couple years of where you see where this team could be, but they're not there yet, but you ride it out and you stick with it because you know what they'll be going forward. Now, if this team has a rough start, if we have a rough patch, if it doesn't go exactly how we want it to, if we don't make the playoffs, do not panic. Do not say Drew Lock's a bust. Do not say we need to restart again, we need to retool everything. The only way that honestly happens is if we have a 5-win or worse season. If we have one of those, then yeah, I say that. But if we go say 8-8, 9-7, okay. It's a start. It's progress. It's a step forward. Because we have to recognize not only the situation the team is in, but the world we live in now concerning the whole COVID thing. This could take a couple years for this team to truly be what they need to be. But not to say the future isn't bright. There is definitely a lot of potential on this team, but like I said, it could take a little while for them to truly gel. If you want a perfect example of how to fail at this, look at the Cleveland Browns. They never give themselves a chance to get their feet under them. Every year it's the same thing. We draft a new quarterback, get a new head coach, get a new system. Oh no, season doesn't go well. Fire the coach. Get a new system. Oh no, season doesn't go well. Fire the coach. Draft a new quarterback. Get a new system. There's a reason the Browns have been the Browns for so long. There's a reason they went 0-16 and then they went 1-15. They never give themselves a chance. They always restart. They never give themselves a shot to write it out. If things don't go perfect, restart, 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 restart. Since 1999, since they've returned to the league, they've only had one playoff appearance, and they went one and done. There's a reason they've been so unsuccessful. I don't want us to be the Browns where if things don't go perfect, time to fire everything, time to restart, rebuild, all that. Because then guess what? We're never going to be successful. We will be stuck in a rut. We will be stuck in a cycle just like Cleveland. Do you really want to be Cleveland? I don't think so. Now, with Vaughn out, I understand it's a little hard to get psyched. It's a little hard to really think of this team as a true contender without Vaughn. But good coaching is next man up. Is this team done? No, boy. Not by a long shot. And I get the people saying that. Take a step back. Stop panicking. Breathe. We've seen teams lose star players. A new guy comes in, and because they coach him well, and because he has it, he can help not replace that player. There's no replacing Von Miller. But there is being at the right place in the right time. Maybe it's Malik Reed. Maybe it's Jeremiah Tachu. Those guys played pretty well last year. Maybe it's bringing in some vet off the streets. Who knows? But this team is not done by one player. I want a mantra this year to be do it for Vaughn. Vaughn doesn't want the Broncos waving the white flag. Just say, okay, we're done until next year when Vaughn comes back. No. You say, okay, yeah, we lost Vaughn, that sucks. But our team is not defined by one player. We pull it together, we'll find a way to win without him. Find a way. You have to figure it out. If this team doesn't have as great a season as we want it to, don't panic. It's okay. This is going to be a weird year. There's going to be a lot of sloppy play. Everyone might have a hard time getting used to this. The Chiefs and the Texans, the first game. Expect a lot of sloppy play. Expect things to not go the way we want. At first, it may take a little while. Don't expect 12-4, 13-3. Don't expect a Super Bowl run, because honestly, that could be setting you up for disappointment. Expect, I say in terms of our floor, 8-8, 9-7, ceiling 10-5, 10-6, 11-5. I think that's reasonable considering our team. Expect that. We've seen teams with low expectations that nobody expected a ton of, and we've seen them go on miracle runs like the 2017 Minnesota Vikings. Nobody expected anything out of that team with Case Keenum at the helm, and they made it to the NFC Championship game. We've seen teams that had high ceilings, teams we expected the world of. They fell flat on their face. Look at last year's Cleveland Browns. We expected so much out of them, and they went 6-10. Don't get overhyped, because then you're going to set yourself up for disappointment, and this team will never live up to expectations. Have modest expectations given the situation, and ride this out. I'm asking fans to be patient. I know fans can get emotional and they can overreact, and if things aren't perfect, they want everyone fired and all that. Take a step back and breathe. I want fans to relax a little bit. I want Broncos fans to think about the situation, just consider, okay, clearly this is going to take a while. Let's ride this out. Be patient. Give Fangio and his staff time. Give Locke and this team time. Now, could they defy expectations and be better than we all expected? Absolutely. but they could also be worse. That's a possibility. Really be calm, ride this out, try not to ride that emotional wave, and before you go out ranting about how this team needs to rebuild again, take a step back, think, and this is a week-to-week thing, guys. Football's a week-by-week thing. That's how we're going to have to ride this out. That's just my opinion on how to manage expectations for the 2020 season. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below how we should manage expectations for this team. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Please be sure to let me know thoughts in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Put the links in the description below. Be sure to follow, like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to share the video. It's almost time. It's almost game day, guys. Anyways, that's it for me. Broncos country. See you guys later.